Alright, so, if you're, watching this, either through, like later on when this is posted, or you're watching it now, I'm kind of just gonna run through, from like the day Tubby was born to, when he passed, and then obviously I can't list everything, but I can list as much as I possibly can about Tubby and be able to tell you guys about it. If you guys want to comment at all, I have your guys's live chat pulled up, so if you guys got any questions, any concerns, or anything else about Tubby, that would be amazing. I can answer as much as I can. Sorry in advance if at all I feel choked up or I start to cry at all during the stream. I'm going to try my best to hold my composure so I can get this going and I don't have to take up too much of your guys' night. I just want to first off by saying that he died. He had a blockage and his, I don't know specifics, but he almost had a rupture basically, and it was basically take him to do extensive surgery for like thousands of dollars, or to allow him to pass. Other than that, though, it was me and my dad who took him to the vet the day of, and it was hard on the both of us. We could very much tell that the vet didn't even really want to put him down. It was kind of tough for everyone. But anyways, me and my dad sort of made the decision to put him down. He was already in a lot of pain if he got woken back up, which he would have had to get woken back up if he was going to be doing the surgery. So we just let him continue sleeping until he decided to pass. So other than that, though, that's what happened with Tubby the day of his death. But to kind of start more on a positive note, he was actually, well, let me look real quick, the actual, I think it's June or July he was born. It was July? Okay, so it was July 23rd he was born, of 2013. The only thing I can really remember is I'd be starting my freshman year at that point, shortly after, and they were born in this little small closet, and the carpet was blue, and I don't know, that's just kind of where they were at. They got moved to a couple different locations because Trixie always saw that we're sitting here trying to, look at the kittens and play with the kittens, so Trixie would actually move them around the house, all four of them. And if you guys aren't familiar, Trixie's the mama cat, and then she had a litter of Puzzle, Cheeto, Mimsy, and Tubby. We could tell they were all sort of big, but Mimsy was definitely the smallest, and I think everyone sort of came up with separate names. Now, I don't know if, in particular, every single name somebody gave. I think my dad came up with the name Buzzle, but I know my mom came up with Tubby for sure. I don't know about any other specific names that people gave the other cats, though, but I know my mom gave the name Tubby, which was really cool. Another thing that sort of happened along the way was that we ended up going in there and playing with the cats so much she would move them underneath the couch, and I have pictures of them actually that I would love to show you guys through the live stream, which I will in a little bit, of the kittens and all that. Anyways, we started, feeding them a lot in the next couple of years, and we started feeding them a lot in the next couple of years, and it started to make them become really big cats, and Tubby was definitely the biggest, and I think we called him Tubby in the beginning because he was the biggest kitten, but we had no idea how, incredibly fat he was going to become, and he became incredibly fat. They usually got fed, tuna and milk and other types of wet food and dry food, and etc. I don't know what my girlfriend and my mom's doing, but anyways, Tubby and Trixie, the mama cat and Tubby, they both got sent away couple of years later, they both got sent away to go live with my older sister when she was moving in with her current boyfriend at the time. And they lived there for about 2 years. But after her and that boyfriend at the time were starting to split, the cats came back. And I think ever since, they came back, that's really when me and Tubby started to connect a bit better. I don't know what it was, but like a fat cat has always been my favorite, and it just all, I don't know, it's just a really fat cat. I really like fat dogs as well too, like bulldogs are my favorite. So I don't know, there was something really cool about Tubby that sort of just stuck. He was always down here in this basement because at the time we were actually living here. Which was great. Tubby, a lot of like the cool things that he used to do is I would have like Subway cups and he would like reach up to the Subway cup and lick the rim of it. It's probably a texture thing. He'd also do that on like the edges of my desk and the edges of like the bed and the futon. Anything that's like a corner or like a seal like is what he sort of rubbed up against. We also had a very really cool cat brush of ours that he really liked to rub against. He would actually use his paws as hands to like grab the brush towards his face because he really liked it on his face. I was always afraid he's gonna like cut the edge of his mouth with it, but he did that a lot. Another thing that Tubby did a lot was that he shed, and I never got a chance to actually collect much of his fur because I think that's weird. Like, you're gonna groom a cat, you throw the fur away, that's excess, anything that he's shedding. But I did grab the cat brush recently, and I grabbed all the fur out of it, and Tubby used it majority of the time, and I kind of kept a little bit of the fur in this little, it's like a necklace box. So I want to do something cool with it. Knowing that he's gone, and that's some of his fur that I'm feeling, which is really great. And it's just like any other cat's fur, so it isn't like something super special about it. It's just, I'd like to do something cool with it. If you guys have any ideas what I can do with cat fur, I was thinking about, I was talking to people about making it into like a necklace or a bracelet or something that I can wear. But if not, keeping it in a small little box, knowing that, this is some of the last pieces of Tubby I have, is satisfying and makes me feel a little bit better. So another really cool thing Tubby did as well is that if he was like on the edge of the bed back there, he would walk around wanting to get pet, but if you come and like poke your chest up and you tap his chest, he would actually like use his paws to stand up on his back legs and climb up you. I think he developed that when he was out with living with Nicole for that 2 years. So when he came here, he did that with me. So I definitely think he got it from Nicole because Nicole was telling me he started doing that with her. Another cool thing that he did was we have a bathroom upstairs with a sink. I would turn on the faucet just in a teeny bit, and there would just be this little stream of water coming out, and he would go under lean his head under the sink and start licking it up. And 90% of the time, I'd be going in there to take a shit or take a piss or whatever, and he would be over here drinking water like crazy. So it was, it's just kind of what we did. Every single time I go to the bathroom, he always hopped up there. So the first time I had to go into that bathroom, since he was gone to do it, I just started crying. I had to pee bad. So, like, I'm sitting there peeing and crying at the same time because my cat's not behind me drinking water. It's just really weird. Ever since then, I've been trying to get some of my other cats to try to do it because it would be nice if one of them kind of picked up on that trait. Another trait that one of the cats picked up from Tubby was the whole grabbing the brush with your paws. My other cat, Cheeto, he's completely orange. That's why we called him Cheeto. He was the only one that's completely orange. He's starting to grab the brush with his hands, which is kind of cool. He's kind of getting that because he never used to do that before. But Trixie, Mimsy, Tubby, all of them are like, kind of down here in this room a lot more often because this is where Tubby used to always hang out. Oh, I do want to mention something about Puzzle, though. Puzzle had the same thing Tubby had. but Puzzle happened, like the thing that happened with Tubby happened before with Puzzle. And so we didn't know what it was, so we went through with all the money, we went through with all the surgery, the $6,000, whatever it is. We went through with paying that amount of money for Puzzle, but we could not repeat it for Tubby. That's kind of why we put Tubby down. So Puzzle's currently here, and he's not doing the greatest from the surgery. He's still struggling. He's still there is a chance that he just might not make it to the end, or at least make it too much longer without being happy. We really care a lot for these cats, and if it makes sense to kind of put them down together, if they're both kind of suffering, like Tubby was really suffering. He was in the most pain I've ever seen him, and I've even taken pictures, and if you see pictures of him, he does not look the same from any other picture. My dad explained something really cool to me. It's kind of a good idea to put them down together, so at least they're going together. At least, you know, there's a little bit, it's a lot easier to get a couple of cats, you know, gone out of the way in sort of a week rather than anything else. So we were planning on putting Puzzle down this weekend, but luckily we took Puzzle to the vets, and he's doing much better. Since then, he's looking better. He doesn't really eat as much, which is an issue. He's losing a lot of weight, which is really bad for these cats. So even though they're kind of big, chubby, fat, you know, type of cats, that's kind of the way they're supposed to be at this point. And Puzzle's just was showing a lot of bad symptoms. He's kind of getting back on the right track now, is the best way I can describe it. Other than that, though, the mama cat Trixie had issues in the very beginning, like 4, 5, 6 years ago. She's doing fine, though. Mimsy's just fat, laying around all the time, so she's normal. And then Cheeto is probably the most reminiscent. Cheeto's the last boy, and this sort of thing that's happening to Puzzle and what happened to Tubby usually happens to boys. It's in the genetics to happen to the boys. Girls usually do not get it. So Cheeto, we're looking out for the next one to go. I haven't prepared myself for another death for Puzzle or Cheeto, so it will probably get really bad as well, and I'll probably try saving a few more photos of them just so I can be prepared for the next one. Other than that, though, this has really been difficult to be down in this room, sort of without Tubby, because a lot of the things he had down here, like there's cat treats like right behind here, there's still pieces of his fur all over my clothing and stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's still here, and it has really it's really hard to still be able to take a look at some of this stuff and not get so emotional and choked up. So I did see some of you guys were commenting, so I'll try to get to some of that real quick. Where are you at? So I'm at home. Hey man, hi Dark Knight Teenager, hey Brianna, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Don't say sorry, you're totally good. I do, a lot of people say that too. They're like, oh, don't say sorry, you know, but it's kind of a courtesy thing. Some people deal with pet deaths better than I do, so again, I am going to apologize if I don't deal with it as well, just in case there's like some really judgmental people. Tubby was gone too soon, Brianna. I remember when he was a kitten in the old garage, yeah. I never got to meet him because I barely know you, but he sounds like he was an amazing cat. And hello, FKC10. Yeah, he was kind of a really cool cat. He I don't know. I think I've been trying my hardest the last couple of days to try to find some qualities of Tubby and the other cats, and I think it might just be wrong of me to do it because some of them share some really unique qualities of Tubby, but I never think I'll find another cat exactly like him, and I just kind of have to face the fact. It's tough. It's all I remember from the actual day, and it was March 5th, it was Tuesday, and all I remember is I did not go to sleep at all the night before. I was here, I was editing, I was, you know, playing games. I was just sitting here at my computer for a long time. My girlfriend was back there sitting on the bed, and all I remember was I had to go up and go to the bathroom, and when I went up to go to the bathroom, I was expecting Tubby to jump up, but he would not jump up. He's just sitting there at the stairs, and he's looking down the stairs, and then I see him looking at Cheeto, and I'm like, oh, they're fighting, you know, he's not gonna hop up here because he's distracted. After going to the bathroom, I say, okay, come on, let's go downstairs, and usually he just runs down the stairs when he knows I'm going down the stairs, and he's not even moving. So I kind of tap him with my foot to kind of give him a boost, and he still does not move, and I thought, oh god, this is an issue. So then I have to pick him up, take him downstairs, and when I'm send him down, he's like in a weird squatting position. He's just not right at all. So I then try to take him over to his litter box because I think, okay, maybe he has to go to the bathroom. He's just having a hard time, and he cannot go. A couple little driblets of pee here and there he's trying to do, but that's it. So I could tell he's bloated. I could tell he has the same issue as Puzzle. So I go up and wake up my dad. We take him there, and then they just give the news that he has it worse than what Puzzle did, and you're gonna have to rush him right away if you want to try to save him. And you got to pay all that money, and we just don't have the money after Puzzle. We don't have anything to really offer Tubby anymore besides a peaceful death, as peaceful if we can get it. And so I remember one time, one moment before we took him there is I was sitting here, and my dad was upstairs getting ready, and my dad, right away when I told him what was going on, he said, I'll be prepared to take him, be able to put him down right now, make yourself prepared. He told me that right away, and I wasn't, and I refused to do it because I'm always a person, I'm like, okay, he'll make it. I'm always trying to keep the most positive thing in my mind. And I came downstairs, and he was, you know, just laying right over there on the floor, and I remember just going down to the floor and, you know, talking to him, and I said, I promise everything's gonna be alright, I love you, you're my best friend. You know, I was saying everything that I possibly could say to him. I said my goodbyes right there, basically, just in case he were to pass on the car ride or anything else. He wasn't really gonna pass on the car ride, but he was in a lot of pain. Anyways, they doped him up, and I think kind of more the real reason why I said all my goodbyes and I said everything I did there was because I knew he was probably going to be asleep the next time I talked to him, and I just wanted to make sure he was awake and he could do it. And one of the sweetest things he did was when I told him all of what I told him over there on the floor, he did turn to look at me for a second, but then he just went back to resting his head on the ground. I'm not saying he understands me or that meant anything. It's just it's kind of like confirmation right there. I was still petting him. He was still slightly purring, but again, you got to remember he's in a lot of pain because he has a lot of blockage, you know, and waste he cannot get out of himself. And then when I tried to put him in the box, he just refused, and he was in so much pain lifting him up, putting him in the box. So it was pretty bad, and yeah, it's probably one of the most difficult times for me, and it kind of got me down into a slump because right now I'm at the time right now where I just had a movie premiere of my own, a movie that was on TV. The movie's called Red. It's a horror movie that was in it. It was just on like Fox. It was awesome. I loved acting in it. I am going great with college right now. I have a movie I'm making soon. I got so many things going on in my life, and right now it kind of feels like I wish I could just trade that all in right now for Tubby. I really, really wish I had the money to be able to save him, even if it meant he was possibly going to be in pain a little bit longer. I don't know. I just wish I could grab everything that I kind of got and got rewarded in life, put it in a bag, and traded it in to spend some time with Tubby still. There's just a lot of things that Tubby did. There's just a lot of things that Tubby did that was very. There was just a lot of things that he did to make him really, really special and make him, sort of the one of the kind type of things. Again, to many of you, I might be speaking out of my ass because, you guys didn't know Tubby and you guys probably didn't have the connection I did with Tubby, but just the best way I can possibly put it is imagine losing, like, not your best friend, but your best friend from your childhood. Imagine hearing on the news someday that, your best friend from your childhood that you haven't spoken to in years has just passed away, and you didn't really get the opportunity to do what you wanted to do in their final day with them. If I knew this was gonna happen, I would make sure I was just too caught up in what I was doing at the time, and it came really unexpected. That's kind of why it was so unexpected, is because I just didn't have the time with Tubby. I didn't have what I wanted to have with Tubby. I think I did this without crying. I'm happy for myself. Let me see if there's any more comments, guys. Sorry, Emily Elizabeth, that's okay. Sorry for your loss. Sad to hear what was happening. Love to you and the rest of your family and cats. Yeah, we're doing our best to take care of the rest of the cats. The two girls and Cheeto don't have any issues. They're completely fine. Cheeto's most likelihood, because he's the next boy in line, he might develop it because this happens to boys, but Puzzle, I'm praying every single night there's an easy recovery for him, and there's no other harm that has to go towards these cats. They're only six, and all the Tubby, Cheeto, Puzzle, Mimsy, they were all, almost 6 years old. Trixie was about 7, so they're really, really young cats. They're supposed to live double that, if not even more. We had a cat that lived up to 19, and she was an indoor-outdoor cat. These are just indoor cats. They should be living for a long time. But it sucks. It's fine. Anyways, if there's any other comments you guys would like to send them in. I don't know if I have too much more to say. I don't want to have to get into very detailed memories, because they're just gonna kind of make me cry, and I just don't want to have to be so vulnerable right now. I have a lot going on. I have school and editing and YouTube and other things I kind of have to do. Life just is not really that good at all. I always thought January and February, those were like kind of the worst months for things to happen, and it's kind of stretching into March right now. So I'm hoping, my birthday month's in April, I'm hoping things to turn around. I do want to give a couple thank yous out to people. First thank you goes to Tyrese Grundy. He's one of my best friends right at the moment, and he is he's there for me, which is awesome. Even though I haven't been utilizing many people at all, at least he's there, and I always knew he was going to be there. So I want to send out a thank you to him. Another thank you to all my family, Tammy, Chris, Haley, Nicole, and Austin. Regardless if some of you are not there as much as others, I'm still very thankful that I have you guys. I'm just very thankful that I have you guys. Thank you to everybody over my Snap that's been sending me some support over Snapchat and Facebook and everything. Thank you to Blake Chambers, if he's watching this at all, for sending me a message I just did not reply to yet. Special thanks to my girlfriend Jenny for being there for me in the last couple days and helping support me. Thank you to Zach, Let's Go. Thank you to Alex and Kenyon and all the rest of my friend group that's also there if I need you guys. Thanks to everybody else who came to watch this. Thanks for a lot of the love and the support. I knew Tubby was part of these live streams. Tubby popped up. I don't know if any of you guys, are part of the old live streams, let me know right now. So I just know some of you guys are coming. But when I used to do live streams all the time, and the last time I did a live stream was like 7-8 months ago. It was a long time. But the last time I did a live stream, all the other times I did a live stream, Tubby was always part of that. You know, I was always showing pictures of Tubby. Tubby was in the thumbnail for a few of them. I was showing video of him. He's just, he's a bigger part of my life than you guys might think, and he's probably a bigger part of your guys' life than you might think. I'm just really hoping that he's looking back at me and he's willing to. I hope he's kind of proud of what I hope to become, and I'm hoping he's, you know, really proud of the rest of my family and the rest of the cats and all that. So, other than that, though, Jenny, did you have anything to say?
Okay.
I know. Other than that, though, I can be on for the next 3 minutes. I know there's quite a couple people watching. I can be on for the next 3 minutes if anybody has any questions at all. If you have anything to send in, any comments, I'll cap this video at half an hour so I don't have to risk myself having to cry anymore. Don't be afraid to send in any question though you might have at all. Again, you guys got about 3 minutes left, so make sure you send in any questions or anything you want me to talk about. It doesn't even have to be Tubby related. While I'm waiting for your guys' questions to come in, I did change my entire brand from Trevor Jean Volentine to TJV Studios. The reason why I changed it to TJV Studios is not because it's not because like I didn't prefer the whole Trevor James Valentine. It's just having that spelled out is really long. If I'm shortening it, I'm still keeping those initials, so hopefully it's recognizable. And this is sort of like a studio. Every single project I'm a part of, it's not just me. It's not just my brand. It's not just mine. It's kind of a group. Well, right now we're developing a website for TJV Studios. We're trying really, really hard to get the website done. We were actually working on the website the day of Tubby's death, and ever since then I haven't gotten on to work on it. So maybe tonight would be a good night to hop back on and start working on it. I don't know. So, H2 Ultra said, sorry to hear about your cat, Trevor. Thank you, Aaron. It was, yeah, it's pretty tough. I hope with the new brand there's new opportunities. I'm hoping to have some other people come in and take over some projects. Maybe I can have somebody else come in to direct a film, because I'm the one really stuck doing the directing for all the films. So maybe there'll be a film that goes up on this channel that I did not direct at all. It's under my, brand. I'm not the only one that sort of is controlling this brand. We also have Tyrese Grundy. He's a co-founder and a vice president of TJV Studios. My younger brother Austin is the president of TJV Studios. We have a HR specialist, which is Jenny Krause, and I am the CEO and founder. So I'm hoping that TJV Studios sort of brings some more content. One thing I do want to go before 30 seconds is up, I just want to say I'm going to make this promise. I'm going to film the rest of the cats and be able to put them up on this channel. Tubby deserved a video of his own. Tubby deserved a lot of this, and I was planning on making a video of Tubby for a long, long time. I just never got around to doing it. So I want to say real quick to Tubby, I'm very, very sorry, Tubby, for never getting around to make a video of you. I really wish I could have. I really wish I would have made a video of you and only you. I really, really hope I get videos up of Cheeto, Mimsy, Puzzle, Trixie. I hope I can make a video about our very old cat Tigger at some point. So I just want to say that I promise those videos are coming. I will make videos of these cats. I will probably make one of Puzzle first because he's kind of in the worst state. So I will, we'll see how that goes. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning into the live stream. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know if I'll be getting into doing more of these live streams, but they would be fun to do every once in a while. I really hope that you guys really enjoyed the Tubby video before. If you haven't, hop on my channel and go back to the last video before this. I did a kind of a tribute video to Tubby. It's called In Loving Memory of Tubby. If you guys really enjoyed this live stream, let me know. Text me if you guys need any help or support if you're going through anything like this. If not, I can let you guys know more information if you message me privately. If you need to know my contact information, you can just look my name up on some sort of social media and I'm sure I'll pop up. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning into the live stream. Make sure to keep Tubby in your prayers and make sure you let him know that you love him, because he loved hearing other people praise him. That was sort of him. He had as big of an ego as I did. So make sure you keep Tubby in your thoughts, keep Puzzle in your thoughts and the rest of the cats, and hopefully you guys hear more about from them through me. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream, and talk to you later.